we're going to go from the benefits of digital transformation now and jump into why digital transformation and why specifically now. Dan, you want to start with this one?
Yeah, thanks, Rich. So, as we see here, today's new generation of distributors feed off of the experiences and benefits that we provide. This is, it's not really new, right? And it's not really just this generation. It's just that when it's something that we really get to highlight now, because we never really had a lot of these gig opportunities that popped up. So I think one of the things is that this concept of digital transformation allows us to do a better job of, how do we drive better incentive programs? How do we recognize people better? And things that they would not get in a different sort of gig opportunity. Also, at the same time, we also know, which has been very apparent, and it's very apparent in direct sales in general, is that people are willing to work hard. Now, have they always known exactly what to do? Maybe not always. They're like left to connect with their leader. Maybe that leader's active, maybe they're not active, maybe the leader knows exactly what to do, maybe they don't. And now with the ability that technology can bring to the table, we can really provide those unique pathways, whether that's based on personal goal, based on company goals, based on this month's incentive program, whatever that may be. But we have these abilities now to really kind of help guide people throughout that process. And again, another opportunity for vendors who work together on that front.
All right, so I'm going to jump back to that COVID slide. We talked a little bit about the product and what that has been seen like, not only from delivery and for corporate, but we talked about the reduced face-to-face, whether it's being with the consumer, whether it's being with the team. The one thing we didn't touch on earlier, think about that concept of remote recruitment, right? So that is one of the things that, if anything, within this business still happens with a more personal touch, and so COVID had forced us, and when I say us, companies across the direct selling landscape, to reevaluate how we can help the distributors out there to remotely recruit. We talked about the consumer experience, the shopping experience, and that kind of thing. But so that is one of the things that we really didn't call out. With what COVID has done to economies across the globe, I think it's we saw a big uptick on what 2020 did, at least in the U.S. market and a lot of the global markets, the opportunity, the amount of sales. And I think that we're going to continue to see that because we don't know where this epidemic's going to go. Dan, your thoughts?
I think you nailed it good. I'm excited to get to the next one.
In respect to everybody's time, since you and I are already over the half an hour mark. So.
Yeah. So this one I think is very critical. It's been knocking on our doorstep. Really, engagement of the FTC. They're changing the way that we're sharing our products. And digital transformation maybe is a positive or negative side of that. And so, one of these things that really allows us to do is we can really lean on this concept on digital transformation to help us navigate that marketplace and navigate those challenges, where we're talking about digital tools that can provide, templated approach. Control the messaging a bit more. And at the same time, we still got to start to incorporate AI, and the great thing about it is that AI is here. It's not just a myth anymore, right? It is here. It's helping us drive smarter actions and smarter activities. And we can really kind of lean on those to help us really make sure that our field is doing the right thing. So, while maybe a bit of digital transformation got us into some issues, we can really lean on it to help us kind of through that process. Good examples is we have customers that utilize this from the standpoint of Compliance training, go through some compliance before you can even get your check. You have to do all of this compliance training. And as you go from one PIN level to the next, you've got new training, and we lock those things into place. So, I think that plays a lot into this concept of workflow, compliance, and digital transformation really plays a lot into that.
So I'm just going to add 2 points. One is we all received a letter recently that if it wasn't on your radar screen up to that point, it should be now. And I had a very candid conversation with a CEO friend in New Orleans, and they've been in the direct selling industry for decades. And he shared with me, because of the regime that's in the FTC right now, it is one of the scariest, if not the scariest times in his direct selling career. So we should just all be very aware, very hypersensitive, and embracing what we can do to deal with it as it evolves.